Hi guys, welcome back to August Love Story, the channel. My name is Artieka.
And I'm Tommy.
And today we are reviewing Married at First Sight, season 15. We thought we were done, but there was one more episode, and we decided
then there was one more.
Do this to finish out the season.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. All right, so open up. Miguel and Lindy are taking new wedding photos.
Mm-hmm.
We later find out that they're the only happily married couple standing. But they decided that they were going to take new photos because basically they were strangers the first time. And they're like,
this time we're in love and
we know each other and stuff. Moving on from them, the dynamic duo throughout this episode has been Kristen and Alexis.
Yeah. Alexis was like on a redeem tour in this episode for me.
I still feel the same way about her.
I mean, I do too. I feel like a lot of things were messed up because of her.
I feel the same way about her and Justin.
But I feel different about Justin than I did during, like, from the reunion and this episode. I feel different from him, about him, than I did during the season.
I can see where you feel that way.
Like, it's almost like once the season ended, Justin turned sideways for me. I was gonna say a B word, but I'm trying to watch how I curse. It's
kind of like what's that? My favorite Outkast song, Spodio Dopalicious.
Yeah,
he was like two dudes was in the fight in the club fighting. He was like, one of them took their shirt off.
Who else want to mess with Hollywood Cole?
That's how I felt like he was. Took out his shirt. Was like, who else wants some? I got it for everybody.
Man.
So Kristen and Alexis have drinks and they talk about the reunion and the possibility of dating again. Oh, I have to get this out. This is the most overproduced episode of Married at First Sight.
Why do you say that?
That we have ever had to watch, outside of the overproduced moments of the commercials during the reunion. Because there is no reason that these 10 people would have gotten together for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I mean, they formed a bond. You talking about outside of the weekend getaway or the night getaway or?
Period.
Okay.
There's no right. Now, Kristen and Alexis might have gotten together, but both of them going on a double date with guys they've never met.
You know, friends do that sometimes, right?
Nah, well, maybe it's my friends.
Yeah, I think so.
But we would be
People
like,
do that.
We would be like, my dude got a cute friend. That's the double date.
But if
not
both of
we
y'all,
all going to meet strangers.
If y'all are single, anyway.
Anywho,
I didn't get that from the production part. I just got it. It was another step.
So think about it. Kristen coming over to Nate's house.
Now that was weird.
Produced.
Yeah, like, okay, they have produced parts.
Miguel and Lindy going to go sit in the house that they ain't sat in now. Mortgage broker's office and filled out any paperwork telling me this would be great.
But didn't you say you and your cousin like going to
but
houses?
We didn't go in there and like daydream about what it would be like with the dudes that we didn't have.
Right. But you did daydream about, this is a really nice house.
But it wasn't even necessarily to say we should live here. I can appreciate a nice home.
Well, maybe they were doing that.
Sidebar. Trump's ex-wife that died, her house is on the market right now, and that is the gaudiest house I have ever seen in my life.
Is that good or bad?
It's not. I wouldn't like it. If I could afford to buy that home.
You looked at it?
How would I know that it's gaudy?
Somebody told you.
That I've ever seen?
Anyways.
5-story townhouse. And it looks like...
Where is it?
In New York.
Oh.
And it's like a grandmother's wildest dream just threw up in the house. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
Anywho, Kristen tells Alexis that they're moving to New York, or she's moving to New York. I guess they, because her and Luna, and she's having a produced birthday gathering that everybody's gonna come to, but they're also gonna all sleep under the same roof.
You really just didn't like this. Where are they now? That's hilarious.
Stasha has her mom over, and apparently her and Nate are fake separated / divorcing.
She said she ain't know.
Right, that's why I say fake, because she said she asked for a separation and she ain't talked to him all week. And then
yeah, I think they the way they look at it, you know, him asking for a break, like it, you have to figure out what the problem is. Like,
he
really
renewed that lease because he told her what the problem is.
What was it?
One of the problems, anyways, because he mentioned it when he came over for painting, was that he doesn't feel like he's welcome in the space.
That was something I brought up during the season. I was like, that's going to be the biggest struggle for them to have, is to make him feel like he's at home.
Because it's her house.
Because it's her house. Now, if they, I don't know what she has to do to make him feel like he's at home, you know, but whatever she's doing, she needs to stop.
Being herself.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. She said that he asked her to leave his place, and her mom said that he called her and that he feels hopeless. I was like, this is not the first time that you heard that your mama decided to tell you that your estranged husband called her to talk about you.
Yeah, you know it's bad when you call the mama. Be like, God, dog, what am I supposed to do?
You called mama about me?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nah, I talked to your stepdad about you for real.
Yeah, you know.
But
he says old things like put on your seatbelt.
Yeah, he's funny. Shout out to your stepdad.
You got anything about this conversation Stasha and her mama had?
I always think her mom gives her solid advice. The one time that I felt indifferent about her mom was when she had the conversation with Nate about him having a business and they filed bankruptcy. And then her mom talking to her about that. I just felt a little weird about it, but...
That's why I also know that wasn't the first time her mama brought this up.
Yeah. But, you know, I think her mom always gives good advice to her or says the things that she's saying the unexpected thing from Stasha. Stasha wouldn't expect her to say the things that she say, you know, and sometimes you just need to hear that from a trusted person, and who, like in their case,
who do you trust more than your mama?
Like some people can't trust their mama, but you know,
I'm talking about people that have good relationships with their mothers.
But seeing their relationship, you can tell she trusts what she says and listens to her.
So Mitch, Justin, and Maya go clean up the park. Did it look like a park?
Yeah, it was some type of park.
It was a green space.
Yeah.
We find out that Mitch moved out of his place and in with a friend.
Yeah. And time out. They said something that bothered me. Justin was like, well, that's good for you. You don't, you know, it's cheaper on your bills and stuff. I'm like, Mitch is 41. That's the first thing. Even though, you know, some certain, you know, different situations for people and stuff like that. But you would think Mitch being 41, Mitch being, you know, in his career, because at this point he's in his career, that he would have things together a little bit better.
San Diego is a really expensive place to live.
I don't know that.
No, I'm just saying it is.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he don't have things together, but it just sounds weird you're moving in with a friend.
I feel like Mitch is going to always have a roommate situation because it'll keep him from being alone. He's like a male golden girl.
Yeah, and I think that's what bothers me is that the fact that he's looking for a roommate situation, whereas it's like, do you ever grow up from that? Is that conducive upon a man who, quote unquote, says he wants to be married, therefore do married at first sight? I still think it was just a bucket list thing for him, but
and if we take it from that context, it makes sense.
Yeah.
If it was a bucket list thing to be like, I got married. Yeah. Didn't work out.
Now I'm living with my friend.
Bachelorhood for life. You want to go clean up the ocean?
That conversation, I kind of like went elsewhere. I didn't take notes.
There was another conversation that I literally was like, I stopped listening. Yeah. I wrote that in my notes.
You stopped listening?
It was Stasha and Nate. I barely listened to them.
When they was painting?
When they was cooking.
Oh, I didn't even know they cooked. What did they cook? Oh, it's getting terrible. But no, man.
Just like what they cooked wasn't the focus.
Yeah, it was just them having a conversation about something. But yeah, Mitch and Justin, man, it's a weird relationship that they have because it's not weird, but it's like, dang, y'all connected with each other, you know, and they formed a really good friendship. I think Justin was talking about being around everybody and how, you know, standoffish he is going to seem like being, you know? So, I don't
know. Kristen went over to Nate's house to check in on him. He told her that he's scared to go see Stasha, and she's basically just like, no, you got to go see her. You got to go see her.
This was after she talked to Stasha, right? Yeah, she talked to Stasha first and then talked to Nate.
I don't know.
I don't think they showed her talking to Stasha, but
I don't know. I put those stuff in the order that it came on the screen.
Yeah. That was her invite to her party.
Text me.
I gotta make face because we gotta record. So
right, and that's what happened when they were painting.
Yeah.
Well, she was like, "Why are you here?" And he was like, "Why am I here?" And she was like, "Because they told you had to be here. Production told you what time you had to be here." And I was like, way to break the fourth wall and be like, I don't care about these cameras.
The producer was in there.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Production is always talking to them.
I didn't catch what production was saying.
She kept looking at the producer like, you know, this is insane, right?
Yeah.
But she couldn't, like they were editing out what she was saying because they're trying to not break the fourth wall.
It's funny, man. They should do a reality show of the producers producing this show.
That would actually be better to watch than 2 hours of
I think a lot of people get hung up on the 2 hours
content. Well, it's because we go to commercial break with a scene, and then we replay that same scene when we come back from commercial break. Now, they be playing the whole thing. It gets on my nerves.
Everything does. Go ahead.
Don't start that. Miguel and Lindy go look at homes and then say they need to make more money to go find a house. Yep, that's home buying in the 2020s. In a nutshell. Everybody that's bought a house has been like, well, if I had a little bit more money, I'd live here. I don't, so here it is.
Yeah.
Nate came over to Stasha's house with a surprise. It's for them to paint together. One thing I noticed about this scene is that she opened the door in a tight gold dress, like, bro, you need to see what you missing.
Yeah.
And then when he was like, we're painting,
she
was
wasn't
like,
expecting the paint thing.
Nah, she was expecting him to come in and be like, I'm gonna make you dinner, you're gonna drink this wine, and then we're gonna do it. That's what she thought.
Yeah.
Then he was like, how about paint? She went and changed clothes into something that I still would not have painted in. But that's neither here nor there. And then they had a big disagreement about planning for the future. He said that he wants to move back in, and she asked, what does that look like? He was like, I'm taking it day by day, and she does not like the answer.
Yeah. Did you see what they painted though?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm like, why y'all didn't use any color? Y'all just feel black today.
Her house is black and white.
Is it?
Yes. Remember the black hexagon tiles in the bathroom?
Mm-mm. But I believe you.
Her house is black and white with hints of gold.
I believe you.
So, Stasha's not going to let you hang a painting in her house that has color in it because her house is black and white.
I got it.
Nate signed that lease in the middle of this relationship because he knew it was going to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
And
wouldn't you though? I would sign the lease, and just because if his lease was up in the middle of them filming, and they don't work out, and he never re-signed the lease. Now he's starting over, trying to find somewhere to stay quickly.
But it wasn't though. His lease wasn't up until after they had wrapped filming.
Oh.
If it's a 12-month lease, because I did the math, and he would have had like a 6-week overlap. I ain't got no lease to sign.
Well, he was smart to do it.
I have moved into a person's home, obviously yours, right?
I was gonna say, who else house you gonna move into?
And it's difficult to feel comfortable in somebody else's space, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's even harder when you have taken the time as the person whose space it is to basically make this exactly what you wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
She had a list of things that she wanted, and she checked off her list of these things. So she didn't want him to pick out knobs.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very difficult to make me believe that she wanted him to be comfortable in that home. Mm-hmm. And it's really crazy to be like, she just needs to sell that house.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot.
I think what she needs to do is just ask him what makes you feel at home and do that. Like, do you need to pay the mortgage? Do you want to half the mortgage? Like, what makes you feel like this is your home? Because once you can figure that part out, you can work towards it.
That would make me feel stupid.
What?
To pay the mortgage on your place in your name.
Well, I mean, like, do you need me to put your name on the deed? Like, what do you need? And we can figure that part out.
I want to talk to somebody that's gone through this. I don't know but one person, and I wouldn't call them and ask them.
Okay.
But if anybody has gone through this, how has it been to make you feel comfortable when the person owns their home to be able to live there? Morgan and Ben go to her Muay Thai gym, and they talk about the drama that could happen between Nate and Justin at Kristen's party.
Yeah. Seeing them, like, at this point, like, going to the gym, hanging out, laughing, smiling, and stuff like that, they could have worked. Mm-hmm. If they would have that's what they did on the show is them getting past whatever, however they felt, during the show or whatnot. So
I think he was always past it. She was.
Yeah, like she's holding on to a feeling that was irrelevant to the overall marriage or whatnot. So it's like seeing them were great. Love to see them and stuff like that. Just love to see them in a good space. Mm-hmm. But why y'all couldn't do this in the season?
Right. I had high hopes for them, but when she couldn't, well, I won't say I had high hopes for them. I felt like if she could just get over. Like, I want to know what else was said, because it can't just be, you're not a nurse.
Yeah.
It has to be something.
It has to be something else, yeah.
Stasha, Alexis, and Kristen went and learned how to pole dance. Alexis and Kristen told Stasha they're going on a double date. I don't really have anything to say.
Yeah, I remember them doing it.
Scroll right on past that. Mitch met up with his friends. Something I found was interesting he told his friends that he's not ready to date, but he told Justin when they were doing the trash pickup that he had asked women out on dates. And they just
said no.
Yeah, they just said no.
That's probably why he's not ready.
No, he's not able.
I mean, whatever sounds
He's ready
better.
and willing. He's just not able. He said he's nervous to go to a Kristen's party. And that's somebody I want to talk about at this party. Alexis and Kristen.
Oh.
Alexis and Kristen go on a double date with Evan and Greg. I feel like they spent way too much time talking about marriage on the first date, even though I know this was a produced first date.
Mm-hmm.
There was way too much talking about marriage, and it was way too much time specifically talking about the flaws of Kristen and Mitch's marriage.
Well, you know, Kristen wasn't looking to start a relationship with this guy.
Correct.
And I don't know what Alexis was doing.
I had thoughts, but I'm going to keep them to myself.
All right.
Stasha and Nate get together to cook. I barely listen to them. Justin and Alexis meet up.
This made me say, Justin, you're trash.
First off, he told her to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, really? That's what we doing here?
That aggressiveness is unnecessary, and it almost seems like you're just playing tough. You know, and you don't need to be in this situation because she's moved on from you. For sure. You need to she said what she said. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Her apologizing doesn't change anything. It just says she's sorry. You being upset about it, I get it. She talked about you couldn't get hard or something, and saying basically her vagina stinks.
Your pH balance was off. That was his way of let me go ahead and actually, to use a video game reference, finish her. That's what he thought he was doing.
But that's not, for me, that's not even that's
not what he did.
Yeah.
It's what he thought he was doing.
Because it's just to say you trying to embarrass her in a manner that you were embarrassed because she got on TV, got on the after party, said that you couldn't get your mans up. Okay. I couldn't. And so what? Moving right along, you know?
I just...
Stop bringing attention to her because nobody's thinking about your manhood like that.
Nobody.
You know, you have
not even the person you shared it with.
Right. You have way bigger issues that you need to deal with because more so you got on everybody's nerve of being so sensitive. They could care less about your manhood.
The girls got together pre-party.
Oh, wait. That man walked off like
You said he walked off like... What did you say?
What did I say? What did I say? Like a single mom who just cussed out her baby daddy or something like that?
Yeah.
Something
like that.
Yeah. But that man walked off like he just did his thing.
She called Kristen and Kristen was like, sorry to make this about me, but is he still coming to my party?
Kristen don't care about that stuff. But she knew, like, they all knew it was going to be awkward, though.
They also knew that production was forcing them all together.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So again, the girls get together for the pre-party. Morgan tells everybody that she's going to buy a condo next year. Lindy tells them about her and McGill going and looking for a house. Alexis tells them about the double date and about her meetup with Justin. And then they
she talked about how she just wanted to apologize to Justin just to get it out the way. Almost like just kind of like I don't want us to be mad at each other. I'm not mad at him. I just kind of want to apologize and that be my peace.
I've had my phone number for 10, 11, 12, 13 years, right?
Yeah.
Justin will be the person that will make me change my number.
Yeah.
Like, give me this divorce. Don't look for me ever again anywhere.
Like, lose my number.
You ain't gotta lose it. I'm gonna change it. So at this moment when they're having drinks, they're doing a tasting, is when I realized that they were staying for the weekend because everybody walks into the house with luggage. And I was like, 10 people, 4 of which are actually couples, all going to stay under one roof after over half of them just got divorced. And we're supposed to think this is normal.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how. I can only really remember the Where Are They Now from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was Houston. Yeah, it was Houston. And it wasn't like this.
Well, I think, or what would be great is if the cast actually said, hey, we can do this. Like if it was presented. Mm-hmm. Because like some cast members can't. Like they just can't get along. But for the majority part of them, they could still get along because Morgan and Ben,
everybody got along except for it was Justin versus everybody.
Yeah, Justin was the only person that really didn't get along with everybody.
It was just, it's awkward.
It is very awkward, but I think it was more so awkward for Justin, or seeing Justin in there trying to hold a feud with everybody, which doesn't make sense to do.
So, Mitch come in and somebody said Daddy's home to Luna.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all are really starting up. Justin walked in and nobody wanted to talk to him. He says the vibe is fake. Mitch is the only one that really actually even sat and talked to Justin throughout the weekend.
It was actually for a night, I think.
It was a night?
Yeah.
Like they just spent the night?
Yeah.
The girls all agreed as they were sitting down and talking that Justin needs to apologize to everyone. And eventually he did apologize to everyone. Mitch gave Kristen a gift to send her off. It was a card, a fanny pack, and a wooden block that had positive affirmations.
And she wore the fanny pack the next day.
First off, she couldn't read the card because she was crying.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm going to fast forward. When she was in the bathroom taking off her makeup with Alexis, she was like, I would love to give it another shot. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's how we know your answer wasn't no on decision day.
Right, definitely.
Like, stop lying to us. You lying in my face.
Stop it. No, Justin apologized to Nate. I didn't hear the whole conversation, but it's okay that Justin did apologize to him.
He said he apologized for saying he made a pass at him. He was like, I should have handled that better. And then Nate apologized to him for being emotional during the reunion.
Yeah.
Alexis apologized to Justin before that for what she said on the after party.
They did a lot of apologizing.
Look, then Justin got up and said, this is my sorry for 2004.
Yeah.
And he went through everybody.
Except Alexis.
Because he don't feel like he owes her an apology.
Right. She was like, he owes me an apology, but I'm going to take it. It's all right.
Alexis says that she felt like his apologies weren't sincere.
That's what Kristen said.
Yeah, because he did not give her an apology. And I was like, if I tell you I'm sorry, I can mean it. It just might mean that I don't want to tell this person I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even if I feel that I am or am not sorry, I just might not want to tell them. Skipping to that bathroom talk, Kristen says she wonders if she should have given things a chance outside of the camera. Mitch has told you 50-11 times the door is closed.
Yeah.
And she's still trying to leave the door open. He is not Bruno Mars. He is not Anderson .Paak. He is not leaving the door open. Mm-hmm. Like, leave him alone.
Yeah.
He knows that this isn't what he's willing to do. And unless he whispered in your ear, man, I was lying, just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
And move on. But that was where they're now. And to be honest, we still don't technically know where they are.
Yeah.
I wonder. So who do we have? We still have Stasha and Nate together or working things out. And Lindy and Miguel were seemingly happy. Yeah. You think they're still together?
Yeah, I think they all are.
Because this
like
is
the two couples.
This is a few months, I think, after the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
And the reunion was 5 months after Decision Day.
Yeah.
7 months after Decision Day, and Nate still had 8 months left on his lease.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That man just was like, nah, I'm going to just go and sign it.
It's a possibility that this don't work out the way I thought it would.
I can't trust it. I'm going to just go and sign. I don't know her. She don't know me.
Yeah.
But what were your thoughts on this season as a whole? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, as a whole, I liked it. I just, it's I don't like the not holding folks accountable for the BS that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
The expectations need to be set. I still feel like the experts have to make more of an impact for these couples. Mm-hmm. Because you're basically putting these couples in situations without any guidance and expecting them to succeed. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what needs to happen is like, you're like the show's succession rate or, yes couples versus no couples are like really one-sided. Mm-hmm. Majority of the couples are gonna say no. What type of impact can the experts have to kind of balance that out a little bit? Because that doesn't make sense. That doesn't tie in with the actual statistics of most half of the marriages ended. Yeah.
What I would like to see in this upcoming season or the next two seasons, because they're renewed for 2 more seasons, 16 and 17 so far.
Yeah.
What I would like to see in these next 2 seasons would be for them to use the experts more. Mm-hmm. And also, if there's conflicts that we're not seeing, let us see those conflicts instead of talking about them on the side and we're missing them.
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
And it makes us feel like we got to fill in too many blanks as the viewers.
Right.
But anywho, we'd love to see you guys or hear, read, see comment. You guys' thoughts about this season as a whole. Still on for Saturday morning coffee.
Yeah.
We might have a guest.
Might.
And what else? Sunday night with Jack and Glenn. Yep. We missed last Sunday, but we decided that we would just extend it and finish out the season as a whole on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys then. Bye, y'all.